Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming to you live from a very sunny, not Arizona, a very sunny Montana. Wow, Whitefish, Montana. The sun is glinting right off my car. That's why you see this bright flash here. I guess I could have closed the blinds, but I didn't think about it. It's so nice to have the sun. If you've been following me for a while, you know then, yeah, we don't always get the sun. I don't know why I said Arizona. It's been a lot of years since I've been in Arizona. So let's go ahead and get started. It is Kit Together Tuesday on Wednesday because yesterday I had an eye appointment and they had to dilate my eyes and I couldn't look at the computer screen. I had to wear the darkest sunglasses that I could find because they were so dilated, and apparently this place uses drops where they only have to give you one drop and it lasts for like 8 to 12 hours. So it was interesting, but I just want to give you just a little health plug right here. Last week I had a little dark spot show up in my line of vision. And then a couple days later, I had a flashing light over on this side where it was like white. It almost looked like a lightning strike. It was white with black and yellow. And I just want to tell you, if that ever happens to you, go see an eye doctor, please. I ended up having a posterior, which means from the back, vitreous detachment. So the vitreous sac, that liquid sac in your eyeball, detached from my retina. I had to go back yesterday to have it checked to make sure that the retina wasn't detaching with it and that there was no scratch or tear on the retina from it. So it's kind of a scary thought. The doctor said it's fairly common. I had never heard of that before, the vitreous detachment. So if you ever have anything like that, don't take chances with your eyesight, please, folks. Go to an eye doctor, not an optometrist, but an ophthalmologist. Go to an eye doctor and get your eyes checked to make sure so that you don't have more damage done later. So that's my little public announcement for your health of your eyes, just from having experienced it over the past week. So let's go ahead and get started because this is going to be a fun little kit today. And then I have to run out for an appointment for my dad. He's having an endoscopy today. So we're going to be sitting at the hospital for a little while and I'm trying to figure out, what am I going to bring? Am I going to bring a kit to work on, or am I going to work on something else? I haven't decided. So with our kits, because they are all inclusive, scissors. That's all you have to add to the kit. Everything else is in the kit that you need. This one, as you can see, is a non-stamping kit. Let's get this out of there. And the main thing you need your scissors for is to open it up. You could use your fingers and tear it, but I have decided for a while now that that's probably not the greatest thing to do for your fingers or your fingernails. And of course, right now I don't have fingernails. They are such a disaster. I went and got a manicure and pedicure, but I went and got a manicure thinking, oh, that will help clean up my, oh, it's awfully dark. That will help clean up, whoop, my fingers, and yet it didn't. It seemed to have made them worse. So I'm kind of bummed about that. Let's see. Here we go. That seems a little dark over here. Not sure. I think because that bright light is shining so brightly. All right, so looks like we have a bunch of fun. Let's see, let's brighten this up a little bit. Let me know if it is dark or light on your end. We'll just brighten it up here on my end. Hopefully that's not too crazy. Let's see if it jumps up. So we have our adhesive, our Tear and Tape. I love this stuff. It has fast become one of my favorite ones to replace the Stampin' Seal or any other adhesive that's a tape runner type style. We have some Baker's Twine, looks like it's black and white. Oh, and we have some toothpick type things that were inside of there. So let's show you all this. Then we have, and I'm not going to take them out of here so I don't, well, yeah, I guess I'll take them out, but we can always put them back. And I have some orange paper clips. Couldn't think of the word for a minute. Then we have some more adhesive over here in this one. We have our dimensionals. They are regular size dimensionals, not the minis. And then we have over here, we have some stars. They look kind of like little holographic stars. All right, probably holographic because of that. Then we have our instructions, our no-fail instructions. I don't know why I lost that word. Instructions, it even says it right there. So there are 3 different types of boxes. So cute. We will make one of each. They're right here. This is all the ingredients. Color coordinations are basic black, bubble bath, fresh freesia, pumpkin pie, and iridescent. I do like it when they throw the green in there with the purples, but this time around we're not. So here we go. Here are our ingredients. We have the 3 different boxes and the little bit of ingredients that go with it. So let's take a look at that. We're going to move this out of the way. We don't need this since it's not a stamping one. We're going to move these out of the way and this and move those. All right, so we can have box 3. Ooh, we have a lot of them. So there are 5 of each. So 3 times 5, there's 15 treat boxes in here. I don't know, you know, if you're a teacher, these are great for students. You can get a couple kits and you've got your students covered. This one has the stars. This one has the Halloween pumpkins, bats, and ghosts, and none of it's scary. That's what I like, is we're not into the scary. If you like scary Halloween, then this is probably not for you. But if you like it kind of on the cute side, which is what I always did with my son, we did cute. So we have first this box, then this box, and then this box. And we have the little holographic ghosts, holographic stars. Then we have some tags here. So this tag is going to go on box 2. This tag is going to go over here on box 1. And this tag is going to go over here on box 3. Then we have a pumpkin that's going to go here on box 1. A bat on box 2, a hey boo on box 2, and a trick or treat on box 1. And then I'm not going to keep these because I have plenty of them. So you can see we've got enough for each of the boxes. 15 boxes, that's pretty impressive. So we're going to go ahead and put these other 5 away. So then we have this polka dot one that goes with box 2, this polka dot one that goes with box 1, this dotted line one that goes with this one. Then we have an eek that goes with number 3. We have a ghost, cute, that goes with number 3. And we have a littler ghost. Got to get some holographic in there for number 1. And again, I'm not going to keep this because I know I have 5 others, but you may end up seeing me use something like that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on our boxes. And then we have, some of them have the little toothpicks, some of them have the paper clips. I don't know why I'm losing that. We have our holographic stars, and then we have the baker's twine. So now that looks a little bit super bright. So let's tone that down a little bit. All right, so let's get started with box 1 right here. All right, so it shows you with arrows where to fold everything. So it says crease, crease all the places where there are dotted lines, or in this case where there are score lines. So we're going to crease this, and we're going to go ahead and use our bone folder. All right, then that one, I'm going to crease this one. All right. We're going to crease this one across the top. So it's kind of like a milk carton. All right. And then we're going to crease this one across here like that. And then we want to carefully crease this one just right there where it is, where the score line is. So you don't want to do it all the way across. So you want to make sure to just kind of get that. I'm just creasing it where the score line is. You don't want to go past that. Right there. And then we have another crease right here. And we have another crease right here. And then we want to fold these up and crease or burnish these as well. And this will just help make the box go together really well and really easy. We want to also burnish this one. All right, so you want to make sure to burnish all the score lines, and you can see them best on the back versus the front, and you want to do it towards the white, towards the center. All right, so now we're going to put our box together. It's showing us that we need the tear and tape just right there. All right, just right there. So we're going to flip this over like this. Oh, and right here. So we need our tear and tape across the bottom here, like this. And then we want our tear and tape on these two sections. I was going to say, only one piece of tear and tape? That's pretty amazing. All right, but 3 pieces of tear and tape, and that's still pretty amazing. All right, now what we want to do is use this plastic lid from our Take Your Pick tool. I don't know where my words are this morning. All right, here we go, and we're going to go ahead and pull it off. Pull this one off and pull this one off. And then we'll see whether that was a good idea, and we'll know better for the next boxes. I got a little something sticky on the end there. All right, so now we're going to roll this forward. The best way that I know is to take this, fold it down, and then fold it over like that. That's how I usually do any boxes. That way you get it smack on right here. All right, perfectly together. Then we're going to fold the short ones in. Nope, we're not. We're going to fold the long one in. Nope, we're going to fold the short one and then this one with the tape on it. And then this one. Woo, and I just got it on there. If I'd had it any closer to that edge, we'd have been in trouble. Then I'm going to use my foam folder, or this one's a little longer. You can use this to stick it down, all right, to make sure it's stuck. There we go. Then we're going to push these in. So we did them the wrong way. There we go. And like this. But because they were folded, it works just like that. How cute is that? Oh, cute. All right, so let's make the topper. So we're going to we're going to lay these out. So we want it like this. And we need to poke the little dot out, poke the little hole. So we have that one, this one, then we have this one. There's 3 little tags here. All right, and I like these kinds of kits and stuff because they show me what I might not think of. All right, and then we have our pumpkin and we have our little ghost. All right, and then it shows you where to put the dimensionals on everything. So you want to make sure to follow that so that you can put it all together the way they have it. If you don't want to put it together the way they have it, then put them wherever you would like. So this one is over here on this side. And then we have one on our pumpkin and one on our ghost. All right, so then we're going to take these apart, or take the backings off. Like this. Then we're going to put this down the center, and we want to line up our holes. All right, and make it straight. There we go. And then we want to do this one, and again, line up our holes. There we go. All right, and then we're going to put this on here, and this little guy is going to go where our front door is. Where's our door? Our front door, and he's going to be coming out of the window. How adorable is that? All right, and then we need to, oop, I stuck this on. All right, I already stuck that down. Then we're going to use this and tie this as a bow. Need to get a little wet so it can go through there. I'm going to tie this. There we go. All right, I need a fresh end. There we go, where it's all together. Stick it through. Set about 15 inches or so. I'm just going to cut it. And then I'm going to tie it like this with the front. And then tie my bow around like that. All right. There we go. It's a little bit bigger of a bow than I would like, so I'm going to pull on it here and then tighten it there. All right, I'm going to leave those strings long, but I am going to match them up. All right, and then we're going to use a paper clip to attach it to our treat box. That way they can open it, whoever you're giving it to. Let's see. Oh. All right, you're gonna have to kind of pull this out and get it kind of prepped like this. There we go, like that. And then you have the little dimensional on there, so that's going to help it stick so it doesn't fall off. All right, so when they take the little paper clip off, oops, it just opens up, but the little tag stays there. All right, so let's try this again. Where'd it go? I really missed my nails. Have I said that before? I'm sure I have. Probably a bajillion times since I lost my nails. All right, there we go. So we can just stick that on like that. I'm even going to stick it under there like that. All right, so just like that. How cute. Are you loving it? All right, so let's do the next box. These are simple and quick. It's taking me a little longer just because I'm taking the time to show you, but these are simple and quick. So we're going to fold that over because we know that it needs to be. We're going to fold this over, and we're going all towards the center. So make sure you're going all towards the white, towards your center. And we'll come around and we'll pull these up like this. Because now that we've got the first one always takes a little bit longer, and then the rest of them are easy. So then we're going to fold this over. And then we want to do this one. And then we want to do this one, which was already done because that's how it came. And then we'll do this one. All right. And now we know from this box that we want this to go that way. All right. And we want these to go in this time. All right, we want those to go in. We learned that from the other box. So we want that to fold in. Ooh, there we go. And then same with these. We want this one to fold in. And we want this one to fold in. All right. And there we got it. So now we're going to do our Stampin' Seal on, or not Stampin' Seal, our tear and tape on both of these. And on this one up here, remembering not to go too close to that scored line. So keep it a little bit away. That way you know that your other piece will fit. Oh, that one looks like I got it a little bit long, so I'll have to roll that down. And then we have this one that I got spot on. All right. We're going to take this, peel that off, and flip this overhanging stuff back over. All right, back over. Hi, Johanna. Great to see you on here. It's been a while. I trust you are doing well. All right, so cute little boxes. I'm just loving these little boxes. So again, we're going to fold this down and then fold it over so that it lines up with that edge. All right, that is the easiest way. You can fold it to it or you can fold it away from it, either way, but you want to bring those two together, and then we're going to do the small ones inside, then the bigger one, and this one over the top. Use our bone folder on the inside to make sure it is stuck down, and then this goes like that. How cute. Cute, cute, cute. I like that one with all the stars. How fun. All right, so then on this one, we're also going to line up our tags. Pop out those little holes. Flip it over. Pop out this little hole. Flip it over. And I'm, again, doing it in the same order that I see them here. Same order. That way I make sure to put all the dimensionals in the right place. So just like this, and then we have our little bat. All right, so let's take our dimensionals. And this one goes over here. This one goes over here. These are all towards the left. And this one goes over here, and then we need to cut it in half for him. So I'm just going to use this one instead, since it's already essentially cut for me. All right, so then, which one's on the bottom? The orange one is on the bottom, so I'm not going to take the paper off of that since it kept sticking the last time. So we'll just hold off on that. This one, again, we want to line up the holes and make sure it's straight. And then this one, line up the holes, make sure it's straight. That's kind of wonky. Oh, all right, so this just occurred to me. So we want this to where it's not piling on. So we want this all the way over here so that it is not so, wow, I just happened to get that one spot on. This one, not so much. All right, and then we're gonna take a piece of baker's twine, put it through here, tie our little bow. Like that. And we're going to put our little bat right on here. Just like that. How cute. And then again, we're going to use one of the little paper clips, but make sure you just kind of pull it out a little. Just kind of bend it out a little bit because it's really, really tight. And then we're going to put this on the side like that. Oh my gosh. Super cute and easy, don't you think? Hey, boo. All right. Oh, I've been forgetting our little stars. Our little stars. So let's go ahead and do our stars on the ones we've done so far. All right, so we have 3 for this one. So there's one right there. And then right here and right here. All right, and then on this guy, the 3 stars were right here, up top, and down below. All right. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Fun little stars. All right, let's do our third box because that's how quick we are. We are already on our third box. So again, we're going to crease everything. All right, like that, and then crease it right here. The center's already creased, so we'll come over here and crease this one. And then we want to crease along this direction. All right, so, whoop. All right, here we go. Okay, and then we're going to flip this over and crease it this way. And then we're going to crease it along the top here. And then we want to make sure to crease these. So we're going to bring this in like that. And we're going to crease these little areas. Oh, it seems to crease better when you bring it like that. All right, and then crease it here. And let's see, crease it here. And these diagonals are not easy, but they are doable. They are totally doable. All right, and then we have this one and we have this one. All right, so now again, we're going to put our adhesive, our wonderful Terran tape, on here like that. Another piece on here like that. And another one right here. So, whoop, I'm going to use this. There we go. And then we'll peel it off here. And here. See, they're going quicker now that we know what we're doing, the building the boxes. And I would just, if I was going to do this whole kit, I would just build all the boxes at once. So here's the other way you can do it. You can fold this over and then take it from here and line it up like that. All right, that's the best way, is folding it that way, because you get it straight on every time. So we're going to fold this in, this in, this, not this, this one, and then we have our adhesive right there. Take our bone folder. So I would, if I was doing this for treats for people for doctor's offices or whatever, I would make all the boxes and then make all the tags and then put the tags and the gems and things on the boxes. That's how I would personally do it, just as a time saver. It's called assembly lining, and that's a great way to make these kinds of things when you have multiples to make, or any type of multiples that you might have to make. That's a great way to do it. So our hole for this one is over on the side. All right, so that's interesting. It's a difference. All right, and then this eek, aha. So we need to put some tear and tape. We're going to fold this over. We're going to put tear and tape on that a little bit right here, because the ghost is going to be holding a little flag that says eek. How cute. Cute, cute, cute. Can you imagine if you gave these out with little goodies inside, whether it's candy inside, whether it's like bouncy balls or bubbles or something like that at Easter? Can you just, I mean at Easter, at Halloween, can you imagine how fun that is for the kids? That would be super fun. All right, so we're going to fold that over, and then there's going to be a dimensional right there. All right, oops. Let's do the rest of them. We need a dimensional on his head. We need a dimensional down here. And we need a dimensional over here. All right, so first thing is, this is the back one. So this goes on here, matching it up. There we go. And that's it for those two. So we're going to do our little string, baker's twine. Put that in there. These are so cute. These are so cute. Sadly, I don't get trick-or-treaters. So I would have to move to get trick-or-treaters. We're on the highway. No one goes trick-or-treating on the highway. So I'm out of luck with that. But I do give these kinds of things to doctor's offices that we go to. And we now go to a lot of doctor's offices. So I may go ahead and just kind of give them to all the different doctor's offices that we go to, even if we don't have appointments there at that time. We'll see. We'll see. So then we're going to put our ghost over here and our flag for the ghost. Oh, look at that. I did it upside down. All right, so I got to pull it off. So pay attention to which direction the words are. All right, so I want it to be like this. So I need, can you believe I did that? I'm sure you can. All right, so there, eek. And we've got it right here. How cute is that? All right, let me kind of, there we go. How cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right, and then again, we're going to attach it so that you don't have to glue these shut and they don't have to fight forever with it. We're going to attach it by opening this up a little bit. All right, and then putting it on here with that. How adorable. All right, then we need our stars. Need our stars. So one star just right there. One star right there. That's it. All right, so we have, I'm just going to lay them on the side. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And remember, this one has the little ghost coming out of the side, the front door or the front window. Look at those. Aren't they adorable? So there are 15, 5 of each in this kit. All the ingredients are here. All you have to do is put them together. Look how quickly we did that. The first one took the longest time, and then that's it. So, oh, I'm frozen. What happened here? Let's see. All right, not sure why it froze. I think you can still hear me talking. Otherwise, I will, yeah, I guess I'll let you go because I'm not sure why it's frozen. Let's go back over here. That's not frozen. All right, I don't know what happened, but anyways, folks, I will see you next time. The voice says it's still going. What a funny face to be frozen on. Take care, and I will see you again tomorrow for Thunderstruck Thursday. Plus, I have a new special announcement coming for a great special to thank you for being so awesome. So have a great rest of your Wednesday. See you later. Bye-bye. Special to thank you